everybody. Hello. How are we all doing this lovely Thursday afternoon? Welcome to my weekly live. I hope you are all having a fantastic week so far. Today we are going to look at are you making things harder than you need to? That's our topic for today's live. If you are here live, do pop a hey in the comments, say hello. And if you're catching up on replay, as usual, do the hashtag replay. Okay, so I've had an absolutely amazing week. I've been running NLP Master Practitioner, so you may have seen a couple of posts where they smashed through their boards yesterday. We did a board break exercise yesterday. It's absolutely amazing. Hey Chantal, lovely to see you. And so yeah, I've done all of that in the last week. Really, great amount. I love actually running that because of the seeing the transformations in the women that way. And I'm also now prepping for my one-day live women's business event that I'm doing on Saturday. So it's Miranda, lovely to see you. It was amazing, wasn't it? It was absolutely amazing. You were all so fantastic. So yeah, I've got my live event on Saturday. So again, I love doing live events. I absolutely love doing live events. That's kind of, I think, where, the energy comes alive. And hey, Als, lovely to see you. So it's, I've got lots going on, but I'm meeting some fantastic people along the way as well. And what I'm so passionate about, watching people that are maybe stuck and have some obstacles into getting what they want, to really clearing all of that away. And I've got so much planned for Saturday. And the great thing about it is, we obviously do such a lot online at the moment. And so there's so many people that are going to be there on Saturday that I've never met, but yet you kind of feel like you know each other, don't you? So that's on Saturday. I'm really excited about that one. Okay, so back to our theme for today. Are you making things harder than you need to? It's one of the recurring themes that I see cropping up in my community of my fabulous women in their business, and that's at whatever stage they're at, by the way. So and I see in my Facebook group here, I see it in my coaching programs, with my clients, with my one-to-ones, in my masterminds. I see a recurring theme actually cropping up. And that is that, hey Claire, lovely to see you. Can't wait to see you on Saturday. So, this recurring theme is that these women are making things much, much harder on themselves than they really need to. And why do we do it? Why do we do this? I'm just going to take a quick drink. I think I've been talking way too much over the last few days. So why do we do that? Because when we are working harder and harder than we really need to, it just leads to frustration and disappointment with ourselves. It causes unnecessary anxiety. I know for me, something that I really had to work on last year. I'll talk about that in a moment. But last year, because I was brought up really on the belief that you had to work hard for success. That was the belief that was drummed into me. And so I've been through the sleepless nights. I've been through the worrying, the sleepless nights, being really stressed out. And one of the things that I see from my ladies now, that when they are doing this, they continually beat themselves up as well. They feel blocked and stuck. They feel confused and overwhelmed. And actually you find that, we're supposed to be in this for that kind of the freedom bit, that we're living our life on our terms. And yet we then find ourselves that we're actually trading the time for money. We're really stuck at that same level of income, because what we're finding is, even though we're working our socks off, we're still getting the same level of income. Or we're finding that, we're flipping from that feast and famine, and you just can't seem to break through to that next stage. So actually, if working harder and keep going and doing that actually correlated with our results, we would be millionaires overnight, wouldn't we? And there's a reason there why we're not. Why are we not? So we're putting in all of this effort, we're not getting the results that we are expecting. So often that I see this is everything is so much closer than we actually realise. But we're actually looking in the wrong place, or we're focusing on that, trying harder and harder, but doing more of the same things. One of the things that I use with my clients in sort of my coaching programs is, what are the activities that are actually going to be moving the needle? What are the activities? One of my biggest breakthroughs, one of my biggest business breakthroughs, taking me through to my 20k months last year, was when I stopped the pushing and working harder and harder and flipped that around. I completely flipped that around. You might have heard, and I heard this the other day. Well, I was reminded of this one the other day. The example from, it's a guy called Price Pritchett. And he talks about a fly. This is like one of those, when you hear something and you think, what? And what was that? But he gives the example of a fly that's actually desperately trying to escape indoors. And you may have seen this yourself, where a fly will literally just fly up against the window. They'll fly up against the window straight into the glass, when actually 10 steps away, there's an open door. And yet the fly is trying harder and harder and doing the same thing over and over, to the point where actually, his life is doomed. His life is doomed because there is no way he's going to actually succeed at getting through the glass. But he's literally just keeps on doing the same thing and same thing. So it's a bit of a trap actually by doing that. So the breakthrough possibility for that fly is actually there. It would be so easy, wouldn't it, if it, went to the open door. So why doesn't the fly try another approach, something different? How did it get stuck in that idea of, keep going at something? Again, like I said, in the trap that they're going to actually get the success. So what's the logic in that? What's the logic in continuing doing the same thing over and over? So I just want to ask you now, because that came up and I suddenly thought, that resonated with some of these things that I'm seeing from when it's that kind of recurring thing happening. So is that you? Just ask yourself, is that you? Are you kind of trying harder and harder and keeping at something, going through it over, but doing the same things and expecting a different outcome? Because, this actually, the trying hard a bit is actually, in my experience, from what I can observe, it's actually part of the problem. So ask yourself, have you been doing the same thing over and over, and yet you're not achieving the results that you want? So what has to change for you to make that difference? Is doing more of the same the answer? For me, again, another quote that I really love is that the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over and expecting a different outcome. So what is it that you haven't tried? Hey Simone, lovely to see you. Can't wait to see you on Saturday either. That's what I was just saying, that it's just amazing to see all these people coming in that I meet online. And I'm meeting them on Saturday, so I'm so excited. So, sorry, I'm digressing. I did promise that I wouldn't keep doing this on my lives, going off and chatting to people, and because it's one of those annoying things, isn't it? So I keep saying I must stop doing that. But Simone, it's going to be wonderful to meet you in person. So just ask yourself there, are you doing the same things over and over and over and expecting a different outcome? Because so many people are trying harder and yet they can't see their blind spots. They can't see what's actually right next to them, right in front of them, right in front of their eyes. And what they actually do is they block themselves and all the possibilities that are open to them. And that's why coaching is so powerful. So that's why, on Saturday, that's going to be a full-on day of coaching. And I know the transformations that were going to be happening on Saturday. Because often when we are in it, when we are in the thick of things, we're too close to our day-to-day activities. We're too close to the business. If you think about all of the activities that you do for your business, what are the things that you get sucked into? Reviewing your Trello board, writing content, doing your pricing, doing your strategy stuff. But you're so in the thick of things that you can't see. You're not taking that step back to actually evaluate, is what I'm doing working? Is what I'm doing working? And we then, we could be working our absolute socks off, but if we're not doing the action in the right places, we're lacking that clarity and the focus for, that right inspired action. And you know what happens? It keeps us playing really small. It keeps us playing really small. So, what we want up there is way off us because we are doing the lower level activities over and over and over rather than looking at something and saying, do you know what? That's what works. That's not working so well, and having that flexibility to then change it. So let me know if that's something that you find, because this, lots of everybody, all of us have the, fear the change, fear, changing things, and almost cringe, if you think you've got to do something different, we almost flinch, don't we, and screw our face up. Because obviously there's no guarantee that by changing, things are going to change for the better. There's no guarantee on that. But what I can guarantee you is if you don't do anything different, you're only going to get the same results you're getting now. And if you're not happy with the results that you're getting right now, then don't keep doing the same things. Something has to change. Again, I know that resistance, we get that natural resistance, don't we? We do get that natural resistance. And of course, we all, that resistance is kind of our fear kicking in, isn't it? That our unconscious mind kind of shouting out to say, hang on a minute, I like this comfy place that you're in right now. It's all, I know it. It's, I know what it's all about. It's keeping me in that comfort zone and it's nice and comfortable. And the thing is, when we get that, that thought of stepping out and doing something different, it can fill us with that absolute fear, can't it? Because it's against, what we actually want, really. But that resistance, it's still involuntary. It's still involuntary, but our brains are absolutely wired to it. Our brains are wired for that. So, it's going to happen. It is going to happen, but that's not a reason for you to stop doing it. But often what happens, we either keep charging ahead and we do even more pushing because we think, I want the money, I want the clients, I want my business to do well, so I need to do more pushing, I need to work harder and harder and harder. And we end up going around in circles. We do more, and we do more. And we then fall into that lack mentality trap by doing that. Or the alternative of that, which is the other one that I see, is that we just give up. We just give up, we think this is all too hard, and actually we start settling. We kind of fall back and think, okay, that comfort zone, that place that I was in before actually looks quite appealing right now, because, you know, what I want seems just too far away, too hard to get. So we settle for what we've got, too afraid to go after our real dreams. And actually, I've known people miss out decades of their life by doing that when you are settling. So you're going to play the what if game. Play the what if game here. So what if, I'm going to ask you now, what if you could spend a week with a 6-figure coach that will build a blueprint for your success? That you will get clear on what you want with a clear plan of what you need to do to get it. That you will get rid of underlying beliefs that are keeping you stuck, or, you know, getting rid of anything that's stopping you believing in yourself, that actually you can now start playing with the big boys. That you can start tweaking the things that are not working. And that you are surrounded by like-minded, ambitious women that are prepared to take the action necessary. And I say that, you know, because again, often this is about taking a leap into the unknown. Taking a leap into the unknown. So you need to be surrounded by women that are on the same place as you, that want to actually also take the leap into the unknown, with accountability from me to drive you out of that stuck place. How does that sound? Let me know if you are ready for that, because remember, the one thing that I will always say is actually this resistance bit. You know, if we make the choice to say, I am doing the same thing over and over, I am going to do something different. If you get that resistance, it usually means that you're close to something really important. Something, you know, close to your heart, something that's, you know, worthy of you. Because usually if a path feels nice and safe, it's probably not the right path. But if it scares you, it probably is. So if you are ready to have that week, then I'm so excited again about it, because my 4-day free training from Stuck to Unstoppable is back. We start a week on Monday. We start on the 29th of November. And actually, I'm so grateful, because I opened it up last week, as you know, just to say I'm just starting to open it up, and I've already got hundreds of ladies actually signed up for that. So incredibly grateful for one, but also excited, because this is going to be the best and the biggest one ever that I've done. So my From Stuck to Unstoppable course, it's a free 4-day training course that is going to give you the exact blueprint that you need to skyrocket your success and supercharge you for 2022. So I will pop the link in today, but sign up now. Sign up now, so we will start the party next week. Get in with the ladies that are already doing it, because you're setting your intention then. You're setting your intention straight away that that's where you want to go. Because who wants to make, 2022 their best year ever? I can't wait for the ladies that I'm with on Saturday, because we're going to make some huge transformations on Saturday. Can't wait to do that live. But if you're not able to come to that, you want to come to the From Stuck to Unstoppable, it starts a week on Monday. So I'll pop the link in there. Oh, hey Sam, lovely to see you. I will see you all soon. Have a great week. And see you next week. Bye for now.